What's happening, people? What's happening? Greetings, salutations. Sonny in the building, prospect in the building. Prospector says, I got RH talking about his workout progress on Twitter. I doubt that. That dude don't listen to me, you know? Nah, he don't listen to me. Never fails. Never fails. Jay, everything in the building. What's up? What's up? It never fails with the noise pollution, specifically these sirens. Every single, it is what it is. So, yo, if I'm expecting somebody, a certain person, right, expecting, right, that's how you get disappointed when you have expectations. So, with all the stuff I've been talking about recently with your founders, especially this one guy, this only guy I've been talking about as far as a founder, really, Richie Rich, as far as just the inconsistency, right? Like, I pick one, right? And you're gonna build with one because a lot of people just simply just can't seem to or choose not to, maybe even willfully choose not to see things for what they are. And not only that, they also choose to not accept certain things. And I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about. Pumpaholic says 3 minute abs, 3 minute leg game, right? 3 minute cardio. Three. And why three, right? This is Mr. Numerology doesn't make sense. But you got 3 minute whatever. What's up, Pumpaholics? It's it's just astounding, like amazing at this point. It's like, yo, he put it's like his level of trolling diminished severely, like in a way where it's just hurting his rep. His reputation is basura right now. Like it's not. Well, let me be fair. Let me be fair. His reputation is not quite basura, but it's getting close. If it wasn't for this SEC victory, quote unquote victory, but then you got some people out here that's saying wait till the SEC really till July 6th, the final of the final of the final. You're like, when is this thing gonna be over, right? They have until July 6th, I guess, to do the last minute of the last minute of the last minute, I guess, retort or fight against RH. So we'll see. But the hypocrisy is crazy. He was, for the longest, talking about world's largest airdrop, right? He was for the longest marketing world's largest airdrop on his streams years back, all over Twitter. People pushing the same narrative, including me, pushing the same narrative. World's largest airdrop. Yo, get ready. Largest airdrop in history. The marketing ploy and tactic to grab attention. Forking Ethereum, and so you're gonna see and witness the world's largest airdrop. watching all these incessant tweets back and forth, back and forth. PRC20, say Ethereum, Ethereum guys, Ethereum bros, hashtag Ethereum. You know, you got copies of your coins. You have copies of your ERC20s on Pulse Chain. I'm going to get to the hypocritical part. You know what I mean? DOC says all he dropped was thin air, thin air, hot air, right? All he dropped was just gas tokens. Just. I mean, literally, like, wow. Mm-mm-mm. World's largest airdrop. Last year, April 24. Not April 24th as far as the date, but last year, springtime, April. He puts out a tweet after he nuked EHEX. He put out a tweet. That's another conversation for another day. That EHEX, whatever. Everybody knows, everybody who knows it's just that's another example of weirdness. But we're gonna stick to clear shit. April, he puts out a post talking about, hey guys, Ethereum, once again, there's copies of your coins on Pulse, right? And understand that there could be value. Why? Because one of the coins went up 5,000x, right? He writes this. It's documented. What coin do you think he was talking about that went up 5,000x that he wrote and acknowledged and basically promoted? What coin do you think that was, right? In my mind, I'm no, soothsayer. I can't read crystal ball, read people's mind, but I'm guessing at that time he was talking about PDAI. He didn't mention PDAI, but he said, hey, we have a coin here in our PRC20 section in Pulse Chain. PRC20s guys, don't sleep. He didn't say that, but paraphrasing. One coin went up 5,000x. How about that? So naturally, there are other coins that did very well too at the time, up to that time, better than his coins. We're not talking about his 4 core coins or the copies. There are other coins that have launched, other communities within Pulse Chain launched their own coins that have far outperformed everything Richard Heart up to that point. But he was specifically identifying PRC20 copies a year ago, over a year ago. Okay. PDAI community, they were reveling, happy, completely excited once that tweet was launched. It gave them hope, right? It solidified their investment theses and whatever they believed as far as PDAI going to $1, right? Okay. Fast forward to January this year. Your man RH puts out another tweet talking about PDAI specifically and acknowledged PDAI in this tweet, January. Talking about how that coin now in 547 days. Hey, Ethereum, you realize that this specific coin, PDAI, in 547 days went up 2.78 or 2.79 billion with a B % in value. Ethereum bros, Ethereum gals, sis, Ethereum, whatever, come get your free copies because there's value. Look at what PDI did, 2.9, 2.7 billion%, almost 3 billion%. This is January. Then proceeds to put out, another post about, look at PRC20 copies. Look at these copies. You had the likes of, PWBTC, Piave, PDI, of course. This is what he put in January this year. Your man, 2 months later, 2 months later, now changes the tune altogether. I mean, altogether. Talks about, hey, what do you think the value of the vast majority of the P copies? He'll tell you the vast majority, including PDI, as far as value, the vast majority of all the PDI copies are worth nothing. They have no value. They're worthless. And that the people who were promoting PDI lied to everyone, which added to the downfall of PDI. On top of the whole minting, perpetual minting, you'll be able to mint those coins forever. You didn't even have to buy. If you had the sauce and you knew you had the know-how and the knowledge, you could just mint that thing to oblivion. And with the whole P maker debacle, all this stuff. Now PDI, and he doesn't want people to attach him to PDI anymore. This was this year, 2 months after the January tweet of praising how well PDI performed on the chain, right? So now, folks will tell you, why are you crying? Why are you complaining? Instead of taking accountability, personal accountability and responsibility, as far as RH, and saying, oh, whoopsie, made a mistake. He'll never admit that. He'll deflect and blame it on everyone else who talked about PDI, dismissing the fact that he supported PDI by talking about PDI, by making posts about PDI. In other words, when you have 90% control of your situation and you're speaking favorably about a situation that you have community diehard fans buying into, what do you think the people are going to do? They're going to double, triple, quadruple down because you gave your stamp of approval. And when you flip it, you blame it on the promoters. You don't take accountability. You shit on everybody who talked about it. It's easy to say, listen, you need to stop doing this. You need to really understand Richard's a man. You need to separate him from the code. Separate him from the blockchain. Easy to say these things, right? How people conflate situations. They present false equivalents left and right? They don't address the direct situations and examples such as this, and should tell you, no, he's not the blockchain. He's not the market. When you own 90%, when people are literally waiting for him to pull the levers on Pulse Chain to effectively pump the market, he created a situation where no one in the world is going to come in and outdo him on his own Pulse Chain. And that was by design. Explain to me how a person who's of rational, sound mind can separate somebody like him from Pulse Chain. Like, and not only that, but people are unwilling to call him out on inconsistencies. You know how many people and people still today believe in P Dot? Let me tell you something, right? You got these influences in this community, bro. The shanty town, shout out to Dr. Disciple for identifying the community as a shanty town. He was not lying. He wasn't lying. You got people in this shanty town that have been streaming, right, about this protocol, this system, this community for 5+ years, who dare not ever challenge your man, who won't say, hey, RH, even if he never responds, but they won't even put it out there to make it seem like, they're being fair and biased. No, it's the unwillingness to address the situation that gives me pause. That makes me wonder, yo, these guys are not in it for community. They're not in it. They don't care. It's about being selfish and serving their own needs and greed. That's it. There's no nothing about coming together as a collective and really making things work. It's about, oh, I got rich off Hex early. I don't care what RH does, man. Even if he does flip flop and contradicts himself, everybody should stop crying because there's no crying in the casino. Weirdo shit like that and mentality and understanding like that just lets me know people are not in it for the best reasons. They're not. They'll tell you just like him, because the shit rolls downhill from the top all the way down. He will tell you he's the giving tree. He's here to try to make the world a better place. But he will not identify the criminals, the people who behave, the bad actors, straight up, that have been leading the community to slaughter. He won't point them out. Because why? He got the 3-minute workout popping. He's a busy man. He's a billionaire. He's busy, right? Busy doing what? None of my business. But that's the other thing. The flip side to that is you want to see something done, you do it. I don't work for you. You want to see something done, you do it. But it'll beg the community for more eyes. We need to market more. Which is it? It's that flip flop, and it's just the foundation is becoming softer and softer as time goes by. And who do you have to really, besides yourself and myself and ourselves as people who choose to play into this system or not, who else do you have to blame? You think they're not absolved? You think RH is not absolved? You think these quote unquote thought leaders or KOLs, weird terms, influencers, are not responsible as well for like pushing these narratives and supporting the backwards contradicting behavior of this guy who calls himself some kind of leader? It's a failure in leadership, bro. So identify your flaws. But people like him won't ever admit to making mistakes like that unless they're under extreme duress. I mean, you got 1.6 billion reasons why you should like really do right by people who believe in your situation. I think, right? That's the only right thing to do at minimum. People saying he got more than that, but I'm going by, you got 600 milli from the Pulse chain. You got 1 billy from Pulse X. So you 1.6 billy up. That's not giving you enough reason to just keep shit real? No, it's not. No, it's not. You know? And it's weird how backwards and he tries to turn the tables on you and just throw his hands up and say, yeah, it wasn't me, it wasn't me. These problems with P Dye, was he cognizant of the perpetual minting issues When he issued that 5,000x tweet in April of last year, was he cognizant? Was he aware? Because he's the one who knows the blockchain better than everybody else in the community. Everyone else in the community is stupid, except him. And he's right, because we're stupid for marketing hypocritical, contradicting situations and behaviors from your man. Absolutely. We are stupid. Wasted time, energy, money, all that at this point. Because until he proves everybody wrong, as far as like me and people who just are really quick to just say, hey, wait a minute, what are you doing here? Until he does right, yo, we're really idiots. Have been hoodwinked, bamboozled. All of a sudden it's, yo, leave this thing alone, leave P Dot alone, that there's that and this. And the flip side to that, the flip side to him telling the world to leave P Dot, leave him away from, don't talk about him and P Dot in the same sentence. You know, it could be adding to maybe, and this is me just speculating, being afraid because you got drama, he got drama with Interpol. Yeah, it's easy to say people are hunting him down. Interpol, what do you call that? A real estate agency? What? He's getting a referral to a dentist. The dentist is looking for him. No, the international police wants to see him. They want to have some kind of meeting with him, right? Yeah. So in light of all that, and then people are looking at, P Dot, he don't want any extra smoke. So be consistent, or try your best to be consistent. And if you fall short, keep it real with the people. Maybe you'll garner more respect. But none of that shit means anything to a person like dude. But your key opinion leaders won't call him to task. I don't see hexologists questioning Richard and his hypocrisy. I don't see Crypto Coffee questioning Richard and his hypocrisy, like publicly. The same way this man will be condescending and say the entire community is filled with idiots. You guys used to be the first streamers in the community, you said, that talked about Hex marketing this whole situation. I mean, I think I respect the law of reciprocity. Maybe it's because he made them rich that they don't care. They're still up 100x from the all-time low, I guess. So they don't care about 99% down and the sentiment of everybody who got in 21. You know, and I'm not calling these guys out in the sense of saying, oh, you guys should do this and do that and blah blah blah, because everybody's free to do whatever they want. But I just find it interesting that these people, they see what's going on. Just like I'm not the only one that sees this and say, hey, this guy was talking favorably about PRC20s, and now it's a whole different story. Now they're worthless. So your whole largest free airdrop scheme was just that, a scheme. That whole story about, world's largest airdrop doesn't work. So it's a sham. It's worthless, you're saying to the people. So what's the use? Or what are we doing here? But these things don't get raised. These people here, and they act like Richard don't listen to what's going on on the internet, when he absolutely does. He's even said it in his pre-recorded. You guys are doing an amazing job, amazing work. Amazing. It's amazing. I'm better. I'm not oblivious. I don't care if he has some kind of assistant posting on X for him on his behalf. He knows, he sees what's going on. But these people seem like they don't care. Starting with him. He don't care. No one else cares. These guys that built their channels up, built their following up on Twitter, got thousands and tens of thousands of people, right? Their reach is larger than, let's say, my channel and my voice, which I'm good with. But it's the hypocrisy that I don't understand, that I don't support, right? That I'm not going to stand by and just pretend like I don't see that going on. And that's just real. That's not opinion. That's not, what I'm saying. Like, this is what your man did. Classic flip flop. And it's all good. So we spent, let me get this straight. Next month, July 15. I think it's 15. Will be 4 years since the Pulse Chain Sacrifice started. Since the Pulse Chain Sacrifice started July 15, 2021. And the whole talk, boy, one of the main things, world's largest free airdrop. And now you're saying the vast majority of these airdrops are worthless. So what meat on the bone are you leaving for any new person to come through and participate in? What are you doing? Like, wasted 4 years, man. With that narrative, it's backwards. It's reverse. Like, it's the other way around. It's just like, yo, this guy was saying your world's largest airdrop. Fast forward years later, is oh no, it's actually it's a wash. They're worth nothing. The vast majority worth nothing. Look what P died. Extractor. You got extractors extracting. And what you were saying, P did 5,000x. You're oblivious to what's going on in your chain. So you trying to pretend like by being that oblivious, that's why it's decentralized because you didn't know? Come on, bro. And we'll say that the promoters who talked about it were lying. Well, what was he doing? What do you call what he was doing? What do you call that? As if anyone else's voice in his operation on Pulse Chain matters more than he does. You see how he just presents tricks to try to fool the people and insult everyone's intelligence? No, you don't, because a lot of people just say, I'm complaining, I'm crying, right? No crying in the casino and all that foolish nonsense. These influencers that support him. I mean, you had, Matty All-In, for goodness sakes, I was going to do a PDI conference. The dude launched a coin, another PDI coin. So you shitting on Matty too now. Even though Matty has a lot to explain. He has a lot of things that he's done within the last year and a half that's just like so questionable, it's not even funny. But instead of focusing on people like Matty and even B Roots, Sami, who was talking about PDI and all that real heavy, yo, you also gave the stamp of approval. And what about you? No, but he's not gonna look in the mirror. He's not gonna keep it that real. It's too real. Like, this is what I'm saying. But this is who that people want to believe, that he's telling you and telling the world that he's some kind of benevolent force and giving tree. It doesn't add up. The math is not mathing. It's just not mathing, bro. It's not mathing. So many people are upset at GRC. So many people are upset about him. Yo, it's no secret that the dude interviewed scammers. It's no secret that he interviewed scammers, people who I've seen with my own eyes. Dodeca. A lot of y'all don't know about some Dodeca. He had that kid on his stream, and that kid fleeced the entire community, whoever invested. And you had some people that talked good about Dodeca in the beginning when it was bubbling until it stopped, and then they looked like, right? They had to have the walk of shame. Randy Hilarski was talking favorably about Dodeca in the beginning until the dude pulled the rug, and he had to, Randy went on the stream, I think it was with somebody, Cabana Crypto, and was like, yeah, those are the breaks, things happen. So, yeah. And I understand, thanks to GRC, who interviewed that kid. You interviewed people who did sacrifices. I was not quiet about sacrifice. Those who listen to my channel also know I was not quiet about these guys that raise sacrifice projects, bro. Not at all. Since 2021. So a lot of conversation and talking points that people have, like, it just miss me with it. Just miss me. I'm a different breed. Like, it doesn't apply to me with some of these things that folks try to raise up because GRC, he got a movement now about Richard Hart works for him and all that. I let him rock, because a lot of them, like the people at Dollar Cost Crypto, I don't see you really going at Richard directly, because he hung out with Richard. A lot of these guys actually met your man. They met him, right? And they probably had their lives changed where they could retire. They're rich, right? They feel bad shitting on the guy. And it's not even shitting when you're asking legitimate questions. Like, what's up, bro? What's up with you? Like, you said one point, this was good. Now you switched up. What's up with that? What's going on? Because it's about your money. It's not about friendship. It's about your money. It's not your money. Like, really? What? But they're not going to do that. They'll look at the community and say, stop crying. Yo, it's ass backwards. Ass backwards. And he's so like what GRC did that was like super like weird and sketch, taking down all the videos you did interviewing the scammers. That shit right there don't look good on YouTube. I mean, optics. For the sake of entertainment, entertain the people, entertain them all the way, bro, because he's entertaining, right? But entertain the people. Like, yo, put your shit out there so people know. Hell, I know. I was watching Crypto in the morning, Crypto in the morning, Crypto in the morning, in the morning. I was watching. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Like, for real. Who knew that? People are weird, bro. People doing weird stuff, bro. Like, instead of addressing the talking points that are being raised, you want to talk about this dude's, oh, he crying. Oh, this dude wears yellow socks. This dude likes to get his nails done. But you're not addressing, I'm just talking shit, but you're not addressing the fundamental points that goes directly to RH. Do you not understand, folks? And I've been saying this for so long. Where did the people get the alpha from? What y'all call alpha? Where did they think they got to learn? They studied your man, yo. They studied what he did back in 21 at minimum. They're like, shit, yo, this thing really did go 10,000x. How we do that? They paid attention. They paid attention. Oh shit, he did the clever move. He called the ICO, the fundraise, the pre-sale, he called it sacrifice. What did Liquid Loans do? The first to create a sacrifice following your man. And all the others that came after that. Hundreds of millions dollars later, what they followed him. He wrote the script. He laid the blueprint. I don't care about intentions. The road to hell was paved with good intentions. They followed what he did, y'all. And they were like, yo, this is the lick of the hour. This is the lick of the century, yo. Yo, you see what he did? The 10,000x? All right. We're gonna get to this paper. We're gonna mimic what he's doing now. the double up, the triple up. Because after the 10,000X, it was only so much hex phase, hex pump, hex hype. The pump, you know what I'm saying? The euphoria. The euphoria, you had to inject something else to keep people in tune, keep people wanting to, buy and all this shit. That's why people bought the top. Well, introduce a sacrifice. Yeah, S load and Ethereum was shaky, causing these fees to go through the roof. It's perfect time to be like, yo, all right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna change up. We're gonna do a sacrifice because it's fuck Ethereum, even though it's not gonna be a contentious fork. This fork is gonna help Ethereum. You see the gimmick? It's gonna help Ethereum. And you guys are gonna double up. That was the talk. Double up. And then here comes March 11th, 2024. The double up story is RIP. Rest in peace to the double up story, because he issued the tweet that basically was the death nail to the coffin for EHEX. So forget about your double up dream. You thought you were going to have double of everything, right? He said giving tree. So why wouldn't you think double? Oh, it's going to be double two of everything. Oh, shit. Oh, it's blessings on blessings. It's blessings on blessings. Psych. No, it's not. It's this unofficial, official migration. Unofficial, official migration. People are crazy. Like, they forget that we're Ethereum bros too. People forget, like, we are Ethereum bros too. we So he's talking Ethereum bros. He's talking to us too. Ethereum bros. Ethereum. What, you think everybody just straight left Ethereum? You think everybody just left Ethereum, huh? So what were people supposed to do with their stakes that you're all talking about 55-55? You see the mixed messaging, the double talking, the craziness, the nonsensical foolishness that's going on? These people want to live in this state of endless paradox, quagmire, conundrum. They wake up and drink a bowl of confusion every morning. That's them. That's them. Hey, migrating from where? He thought he could just take over Ethereum on some, like, yo, we're gonna hijack. It's not a vampire. We friendly forking. We doing this. It's non-contentious. We're helping Ethereum. We're helping. Yeah, we're helping. And then you keep begging. 2 years plus later, you begging Ethereum. Hey, first of all, can you go up in price to help us go up in price? And second of all, you guys know you got free copies of your coins. So, hey, come on, nobody cares. Nobody cares enough. Yo, what more? What more marketing? Yo, marketing this market. It's been 2+ years, yo. You got a movie in your likeness, and the world don't give a shit. You see? People afraid. They're afraid of the truth. They're afraid of the real. And I get it when new people come in, new voices. Somebody's, they want to, be a part of something good, and they're pretty much laser focused on everything RH talking about, and they seem like they just like, yo, that's it. He can do no wrong. Yo, bruh, nah, bruh. I never believe in a man could do no wrong. First and foremost, you have to leave some level of thread of realism for you, so that you can, when you find yourself drifting in the brainwashed territory, you grab onto that realism thread to hold you back from losing yourself in some foolishness that's gonna really get you perma-wrecked. Like, yeah, bro. Like this guy is crazy, bro. This guy is crazy. NJ Dub, I see you, man. Y'all cooking in the chat, man. Y'all cooking in the chat. MJ in the building. You wanna be starting something? You got to be starting something. So you wanna be starting something? You got to be starting something. No, 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 no. Why? Why? Tell them that is human nature. Gotta do it this way. Oh, that's way. Yo, yesterday was Father's Day in the States, man. Shout out to all the fathers out here and everywhere, actually. Yesterday was Father's Day in the States. It's Father's Day every day, all across the board, especially to the responsible fathers. We talk about stuff that certain crypto founders know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? Like they talk like they do, like they alphas and they got the source of source when they know nothing about being a real responsible man who provides and protects for their families, man. Like, come on, son. What we doing? What we doing, man? Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I'm talking with the man in the mirror. Oh, I'm starting to change his ways. And no post-chain could make me feel any better. If you don't want to get grift and take your place, you got to get off some post-chain pain. Na 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 na. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Big Smock, I see you. Big Smock in the building. Jason X Win, what's going on? What's going on? Diversify. Diversify. Elliot in the yeah, man. Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who looks like Richie Rich and is making my stomach sick. Come on, man. What we doing? Let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you something, right? These guys they playing with our intelligence. Don't allow them to play with your intelligence. And I understand, like, when I say hex influences like that, it's not everybody. It's not everybody that just lets Richie Rich get off the hook. People are quick to say, "Yo, call." I'm the one who call out the scammers. I'm the one. Bring your heroes here to die, and your people to thrive. Your heroes here to die, and your people to thrive. I called Bitcoin on the top of the day. Of the day, I'm better. I'm better. All this shit that he talking, right? He ain't better. He didn't call the top exactly on the day. If he called, it wasn't the top. The top wasn't 65. Y'all don't call him out on some stuff, even though that's petty. But still, he'll call 67 the blow off top to minimize that and just, I call the top on the day. On the day. When you call the top on the day, it's because you leverage trade. But you're the only one that thinks you're good at leverage trade, and no one else is good. Come on, bro. Like, you leverage trade. Because in the fall of 2023, you let everybody know, hey guys, you can do leverage trade on post chain. Leverage trade. You can do leverage trade now. Leverage. I thought ladies, liquor, and leverage was bad for you. First of all, don't ever put ladies, liquor, and leverage together, son. Like this dude, this is your man's. Who does that? You see? Shout out to the EMS. You heard how the siren just went? Shout out. Who puts lady, liquor, and leverage? Who your man does that, yo? This guy, bro. Who does that? Who does that? You know, we are the world. We are the children. We're looking for love and a brighter day away from post-trade. There's a grifter out here. His name is Richie Rich. And he thinks he's so smart. And everybody's a bitch. We are the world. We're getting off false chain. Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, man. This is whack. This is whack business. Listen, man. Prove me wrong. That's all I'm saying. I don't even care. Call me FUD master of mass. Who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody cares at all. Nobody cares, man. Nobody cares. Huh? You know what people care about? People care about being ingratiated, right? With intangible monetary blessings in their crypto wallets from your insufferable L1. Bruh, I can't even blame the L1. It's the people that mess things up, bruh. It's the people, bruh. Bruh, this guy, bruh. You want to see something done? You do it. I don't work for you. Right. The DOC, you out of control, man. Yo, you making a MJ, a Michael Jackson RH just y'all out of control. Yo, cares about as much as Judge Judy. Oh man. Yeah, man. That's it. I mean, that's what's going on, man. These people. Look, don't take everything I'm saying as law, but think about some of the things I'm saying if it matters to you. Like, y'all think I'm nuts or crazy? I don't think I'm crazy at all. I don't think I'm crazy, especially with breaking shit down that your man does. Oh my goodness. Far from, far from. None of these guys will give him challenge and Identity Block out of all of them is the only one that I see who's been consistent as far as like being early believer, early supporter. And I could tell like he struggles with the stuff RH does that's backwards. RH has done a lot of hypocritical stuff, man. And I could tell just from ID's vibe when he's posting, it's a struggle. Because unfortunately, a lot of bad actors picked up on RH and what he was teaching or showing the people, and they use it for their own selfish gains, man. Off the backs of the newbies, of unsuspecting and naive and innocent investors, yo. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really for ID like that, because I get it. He's had issues with even wondering, yo, is RH even alive? Like, who's making these posts? Because it was so backwards and crazy. This is what I'm saying, man. I'm not making these things up as far as a contradiction. Identity was like, yo, man, somebody probably took over his account or something, man. His Twitter account, because it's crazy. Like, there's no logic to the inconsistency, bro. You know what I mean? Shout out to ID, man. A lot of people stopped streaming, like real, People I used to listen to in the beginning just stop. You know what I mean? And those who continue, it's like, yo, bullish and bullish and bullish, but they're not true-ish. They're not true-ish. I'm not talking about small hats. I'm talking about true-ish. You know, they're not being real. Everything bullish, bullish, bullish. Oh yeah, that's bullish. Inconsistency, bullish. Like, come on, bro. Ah man, oh man. Shout out to y'all though, man, for keeping it real. By rocking with me, I feel like you keeping it real. You know, shout out to y'all, and it's definitely entertaining. Like what? It's definitely entertaining. Not like I'm watching the narratives be challenged. All the bullish narratives, the pulse chain bullish narratives are being challenged, and that's super entertaining. Because right now it's kind of boring. It's type boring. There's a lot of weird, devastating events taking place throughout the world, so it's a little weird. Tough times, bizarre times that we're always dealing with. Always dealing with some weird stuff going on in life, in our personal lives, outside in the world. And man, pray for healing, bro. People are broken. People are messed up right now, yo. Suffering. Just don't know which way to go, which way is up. Folks need a lot of healing. A lot of healing, bro. A lot of healing. They just showed some nasty stuff that somebody jumped off a highway in Georgia and Atlanta yesterday on Father's Day. Just the dude just jumped off that thing. And I don't know if he lived through it or not, but there's always something going on, man. I told you last month, people said that two individuals, succumbed to their own hands, like they took themselves out. Like that's crazy, bro. People, you don't know what people are going through, man. And like I even say, even though I say like RH, I'm not crazy about him, but I don't wish harm on the dude either, unless he does something sadistic, evil, and wicked. You know what I'm saying? Like lock that dude away. Like you know what I'm saying? Outside of that, make right by the people, bro. I don't care how you magically do it. Since you're a magician, I firmly believe dude is a magician on some level. We don't know what level. Who cares? But I know it's on a high level. If you got 1.6 billion in 6 months, that's not you. That's not regular. That's not regular. But listen, man, make the people help the people, bro. You said under 2 months. Under 2 months. So people already got dates on deck. First of all, they're waiting for July 6th for the SEC final of the final with the SEC, July 6th. Then you said under 2 months, so people push the date out for August. Like you playing with the people at this point, bro. You need to show and prove, like they used to say back in the 80s. Show and prove. You need to show and prove, or else it's a wash for dude, bro. Like nothing anybody could say. You could glaze him till you turn 100 years old. That if he don't show and prove this soon, like the people used to say, encrypt soon, THOON. If he don't show and prove real soon, it's over for dude, bro. Like reputation mud, reputation caca, reputation trash forever as long as he even exists on the internet. True to form. That's just the truth. You put yourself out there for that. You want all this glory. You want all this fanfare. You say you the guy. All this notoriety. They all comes with a price. Exercise some level of maturity and responsibility and emotional intelligence. You know, claim you're a Mensa candidate and all that high IQ, and you behaving like this. Come on, bro. If he don't show and prove relatively soon, what we doing? What we doing? Finbear in the building. Nah, I didn't hear that. Screen capping? I didn't hear it. Hexologist is a funny guy. Hexologist is funny, man. hmm For sure, for sure. Yeah, these people think about that strategy. You just said that right there, Popaholics. We have to foot our backs to motivate is facts. That's not a lie. That's not a lie. Those people they can't handle the contrary perspective. It's what it is, bro. They can't handle the contrarian viewpoint. Nah, this dude ego is larger than a building. So prove, show and prove all the naysayers wrong. Prove them wrong. Prove you're not a scammer. Prove you're not a scammer. I don't even care if he's hiding anymore. I don't believe he's ever gonna stream again. I don't believe he's gonna stream like he used to before. It's too much gone. There's too much has happened. Too much. It's just my opinion. But even wherever you hiding in whatever remote locale doing whatever, prove the world wrong. Prove everybody wrong. And make Pulse Chain supposed to be what you thought it was supposed to be. Make Hex be what you thought it was supposed to be, Pulse X and Inc. You don't believe in the PRC 20s anymore. You said that the vast majority of them are worthless. Like these absolute terms, but 2 months prior, it was 547 days. This thing did how many million X's? P Dot did how many million X's? Come on, bro. You know, you can't talk about flawless uptime. Pump that tires got a bug. Like you're weird, bro. Like I don't understand what he's doing. They said pump that tires got a bug. The hex front end was down. When the guy made noise on the internet talking about hex front end, the next day he fixed it, and they telling you that he don't listen. He listened. He listened to what he want to listen to though. But you can't say everything else is it's just weird, bro. It's just weird, bro. People had issues doing transactions on Pulse X. This is all last week. Flawless uptime. The bridge, issues with the bridge, all last week. Somebody who I respect kept posting on the timeline for the whole of last year. Kept posting all of these transactions that were taking place. Big bags of Pulse, big bags of Hex, big bags of Pulse X being bridged out into Ethereum, being bridged out, bridged off of Pulse. All these songs, it could be anybody and anyone, who knows, whatever. But the holdings were ridiculous, ridiculous. You know, you know. This is a person who you could tell he's like in some kind of duress because you can't in good faith tell me that you are good you doing good things like in a sense where you're a giving tree and people who were giving their time who gave their money, their time, their energy, their loyalty, their respect, all of this, your core maxis and you shit on them, and you think that's supposed to be well received. What type of time is dude on, man? You know what I mean? Like, think about it. Like, people called me a maxi. I was playing with that term. Sure, all right, cool, because I was only talking about his coins for years. Like, you know how hard it is to talk about the same thing differently over and over and over and over again, and then to do that for years. Everybody can't do that. And I'm not even bigging myself up. I think that's not, I don't think that's even healthy. Like, oh man. Richard was good, man. Richard. Exactly. Richard said he got the world's biggest diamond. What happened to that narrative? And literally, who cares? Like, when he said that years back, Black Diamond, Enigma, like, no one cared. No one cared. You got the world's biggest diamond. And where are your watches? What happened to the watches? Richard in the building. Richard, what's up, man? What's up with Richard, man? Richard, next time when I can, I'll give you a wrench. I'll give you, I'll give you a wrench. I'll be a moderator. Ah, ah. Chicken nugget. Fit for a king like you. Enjoy your chicken nuggets, man. Big Smock says, yeah, he played us, but it's cool. There's always another opportunity. Always. Always. Quiet is kept. There's always opportunities. Like, excuse me, Gandhiji, who's been in crypto longer than me, dealing with crypto longer than me, is presenting another opportunity to his community and followers, yo. Pay attention. Like, if you care, pay attention to what he got going on. Follow him on the socials and all that, man. He got something big going on this week. You know what I mean? For the community. Like, it's what it is. There's always been opportunities that I've like, and I chose to actually miss out on. And why? Because I thought holding on to a coin that's 99% down was gonna eventually deliver results. That's a mistake I made. Excuse me. That's a mistake I made, yo. Go follow God DG on his socials, Twitter, YouTube, Telegram. If you care about other opportunities, broaden your scope, open your mind, do your research, ask questions, all that, bro. Like, what am I gonna? What? I'm not gonna pretend like opportunities don't exist. Nah, it's just this one. There you go. You good? Yep. Yeah. So that's what micro opportunities are calling. Like, in these big ways where we waiting for Bitcoin to do this thing, do what it's been doing, and continue to do what it's been doing. It's been pumping. Bitcoin's been pumping, yo, from 8 months ago and now. Come on, bro. It's undeniable. Ethereum, we waiting for Ethereum to do its thing, but Ethereum is not at $40. You know, Binance has been doing crazy. Like, bruh, quiet is kept, man. CZ's been. Come on, bruh. That dude been through the ringer. The ringer. Got locked up 4 months. Locked up. came out, he paid a $4 billion fine. Like it's nothing. Here you go. Leave me alone. And now he could cook. Like he's been cooking. Binance. You think Binance is struggling? Like every chain has its ups and downs. Every this is crypto. You're dealing with markets, you're dealing with human behavior and all that shit, emotions. But it can't just be yeah, I'm the giving tree. I'm the king. I'm the king of all of this. I know what I'm doing and everything is just me, me, me. Nah, bro, you missed the mark. You missed the mark. And as an investor, people just like expose themselves to a higher level of risk, believing everything is on one person. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. I don't even care for Solana. I don't. I don't care. I never, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean to Solana is meme blockchain meme king. Meme king. You want to get grifted? Go to Solana. Imagine. Imagine. You know, Tron, Justin's son can market. He could market while he's sleeping. Justin's son, like as weird as he is too, young guy, as weird as he does things where he commands attention. Whenever something come out, any news of whatever he's doing, that's the news of the day. And I don't really care for Tron like that, but there's so many other things going on, bro. There's so much other things going, so many other things, bro. You're looking for passive income. You're looking for ways to just, gamble and, invest and do things like that. Come on, man. Broaden your scope. Broaden your scope. Don't remain asleep and thinking one guy's a giving tree. Even though, shout out to Jay Everything, he's the hidden tree right now. Come on, bro. Richard said, I worked out really hard. I did video today, but you could use some videos from yeah. I'm not letting Honey Boo Boo off the hook, but I'm tired of the headache. I'll keep my hex things. Yeah, man. You know, I stake long term too, man. Like it doesn't. I stake long term on Ethereum, but this guy. Oh, the market chose P hex. No, did not. No, you just he just put a death knell in everything that got him his popularity. He put a death knell in Ethereum hex. What caused him to be successful in crypto? The main thing that gave him fame and solidified, like really validated whatever he got going on, he shat on that. And then he did another flip flop, even with that. I think it was at the end of last year and the beginning of this year. Guess what he was posting about? EX. You see what I mean? Like, yo, this guy, bro, posting about EX and saying favorable things. Not just posting, but saying favorable things about Ethereum Hex. But I thought the community chose P Hex. And everyone who has stakes, well, we messed up. Living in the hood is not easy, yo. Living in the ghetto is not easy, man. Hey, Wonder, when you gonna get out of the ghetto? Michael, I mean, I've just been like, coping and waiting on Richard. Richard who? Oh, this guy named Richard Hart. Richard Hart? Who is that, Wonder? I don't know this guy. He's nondescript. We talk about he's a giving tree, but he's just hiding right now. And people like him because he did something with 10,000. Wonder. Mr.
Make it make sense. Wonder. Come on, Wonder. You're not. It's not making sense. Wonder. I don't know anybody in their right mind who would believe a stranger on the internet telling you he's the giving tree, Wonder. Are you not from the hood, Wonder?
Michael, you gotta understand.
No, 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 no. No, no, no. That's not how this goes, Wonder. Wonder, Wonder, you're wasting my time. I'm gonna go back to heaven and make some jams with Prince. Prince is laughing at you too, the purple one. He's laughing at you.
I know. Tell him I said what up.
All right.